This is number 16 from the 2022 8th grade math STAAR test. The line graphed on the coordinate grid can be used to determine the number of inches of water added to a swimming pool after different numbers of hours. Which statement best describes the slope of the graphed line? So anytime I'm looking for slope, I'm going to go ahead and make a right triangle, and I need 2 points, so I'm going to start at the origin, and then I'm going to find another point right on the corner where 5 and 12 meet. And so I'm going to make my right triangle. The side going up is going from 0 to 12, so that's going up 12, and then we have to go to the right 5. So we know that slope is rise over run, so our rise is 12, our run is 5, so 12 over 5, or 12 divided by 5, and if I put that into my calculator, I'm going to get that that's equal to 2.4, so our correct answer is letter H. This is number 17 from the 2022 8th grade math STAAR test. The coordinates of the vertices of a rectangle are 5, 3, 5, -9, -1, -9, and -1, 3. Which measurement is closest to the distance between point B and point D in units? So if I go to point B and point D, I'm going to go ahead and draw a line connecting those two, and now you can see I've formed a right triangle. So all I need to do is just find how much each side is. Okay, so from C to B is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 units. And then from C to D is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 units. Okay, so now I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem to find my missing side. So I'm going to take the square root of 12 squared plus 6 squared, and once I put that into my calculator, I should get 13.4, which is letter B. This is number 18 from the 2022 8th grade math STAAR test. Which situation describes a non-proportional relationship? So I know for an equation to be non-proportional, it's going to have something added or subtracted at the end of it. So if we look at our answer choices, only letter H has something being added or subtracted at the end, so it's going to be the non-proportional relationship. Our answer is letter H. This is number 19 from the 2022 8th grade math STAAR test. Pentagon PQRST was graphed on a coordinate grid. Pentagon PQRST was rotated 90 degrees counterclockwise about the origin to form pentagon PQRST prime. Which statement is true? So if we're rotating a shape, we're not changing the shape itself, we're just changing the way that it's oriented. So let's go through the answer choices. Letter A says the area of pentagon PQRST prime is not equal to the area of pentagon PQRST, and that is not true because the area is still the same. Letter B says pentagon PQRST prime is not congruent to pentagon PQRST. Again, the shape is still the same, so that's not going to be true. Letter C says the perimeter of pentagon PQRST prime is greater than the perimeter of pentagon PQRST, and that's not true. The perimeters are still the same because the shape is the same. And letter D says the angle measures of pentagon PQRST prime are congruent to the corresponding angle measures of pentagon PQRST, and that is true because all the angles are still the same, so our correct answer is letter D. This is number 20 from the 2022 8th grade math STAAR test. The scatter plot shows the relationship between the number of nights spent in a hotel and the total cost for the hotel. Which conclusion is best supported by the scatter plot? So letter F says, as the number of nights spent in the hotel increases, the total cost for the hotel also increases. And if we look at the graph, that makes sense. The more nights you spend in the hotel, the more you're going to pay. So I'm going to put a check next to letter F. Letter G says, as the number of nights spent in a hotel increases, the total cost decreases. And that is obviously not true. Letter H says, as the number of nights spent in a hotel increases, the total cost remains the same. That is also not true. And then letter J says there's no relationship between the number of nights spent in a hotel and the total cost, and obviously that is not true as well, so the correct answer is letter F.